team that nobody wants to play. And that means that we have to impose our will to dominate the competition all the time. It's all about what does it take to break you.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Nick's Happy Junior Sports Talk TV. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Right now I'm at 667. Please help me out with that. Help me out with the watch time and all that. We need it. But today is going to be about Alabama versus Mississippi State. And this is going to be the death of the Cowbells. Y'all remember that song from Jay-Z, Death of the Auto-Tunes? Death of the Cowbells today. And I'm telling you, looked at this game, looked at both teams. Of course, I looked at Alabama. I watch Alabama every week. But I go back and look at Mississippi State, and I look at stuff they did. Mississippi State doesn't have much. Mississippi State doesn't have much. But they have strong pieces, but it's not enough. And I'm going to say, so let's get into it. Mississippi State. Will Rogers, we know that. Wide receiver Tulu Griffin, beast. We know that. Their running back, forgot his name. I forgot his name, but running back. This year they're going away from the air raid offense and coming to a more balanced attack. But what I have noticed is Will Rogers haven't been Will Rogers as much. They're coming in this game 2-2. Alabama's coming in 3-1. And I'm expecting Alabama to win this convincingly, but let's get into it. We play, I want to say, an 8:00 game. Like we play a late night game at Mississippi State. You know, we're going in there, and we're favored to win. We're favored to win. But let's look at both teams. Alabama, we've been struggling. First game against Middle Tennessee, we came out big time. Played big time football. Texas came out and lost. Offense struggled. Jalen Miro had we struggled. Offensive line, we struggled. Came out against South Florida, we struggled. Defense played a hell of a game, but overall, offense struggled. So we came back last week against Ole Miss. First half, we came out struggling. Defense held their own the whole game, I would say. But second half, we was able to bounce back. People emerged. Jalen Hill emerged. Jermaine Burton did his thing. Jason McClellan ran the ball like heck. Offensive line came back and made adjustments and did their thing. Mississippi State, they won their first 2 games, but they lost bad to LSU, and they lost to South Carolina last week. And let's talk about Will Rogers and his group. Will Rogers last week actually looked more like Will Rogers as I expected. Will Rogers went 30 for 48 with 487 yards with 1 touchdown. And Jaquavius Marks, that's his name. He had 12 carries for 27 yards and 1 touchdown. And Tulu Griffin had 7 catches for 256 yards and 1 touchdown. That was last week. And I'm going to tell you, last week is the first time this year that I've seen Will Rogers like Will Rogers. So for Alabama take this run game away from Mississippi State, make them one-dimensional. To me, honestly, every year it seems like the same thing, take the run game away. And this year they're trying to have more of a run game. And last week they didn't have much of a run game. And against Alabama, this is not the game to be one-dimensional, because we seen y'all in the past look one-dimensional, and it's a whitewash every time because y'all are one-dimensional. And so let's see if Mississippi State can get up a run game enough to make them respect the run and get Tulu Griffin open, because he's a good receiver. But for the defense attacking the offense, this is a game I want to see Alabama come at again. Let's get it a third week. The secondary, I'm not worried about the secondary against this offense. But what I want to see is the front 7. Basically, the defensive line. Let's close up the run lanes. Let's close up the middle run lanes. We don't need that. Nobody breaking them wide open in the middle of the defense. But let's see if our defensive line continue to get pressure like they did last week. Tim Smith had a good game. Let's see Jaheim Otis. Jaheim Otis did well as well last week. But let's see if our defensive line can get pressure and our linebackers come up and play like Alabama football like they have been doing. Because I don't think they really want to test Alabama secondary as much. But if Mississippi State can gather enough run game to make them respect it, that might open up Tulu Griffin some. But Caleb Downs, Terrion Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Malachi Moore, I don't think they want to test those guys as much. I don't think this is the guy they want to test them. So if Mississippi State can gather somewhat of a run game, that might be their best favor. And honestly, me from the outside looking in, Michael Wright, the transfer from Vanderbilt, they might need to get a run game going. But another aspect is they might need to play him some in this game to help with the running back runs and the quarterback runs, because if they can get the running back going some kind of way and make Alabama respect the quarterback run, that might be able to help as well. But honestly, I don't see much from Mississippi State this game. Now let's talk about Alabama offense versus Mississippi State defense. Mississippi State defense is very low on the totem pole right now. Overall of that offense, but I'm gonna tell you about Mississippi State offense. Our offense is ranked lower than Mississippi State offense, but we have more dogs on our team, and we're going through a growth process, and we just got to grow. But Alabama defense, Alabama offense versus Mississippi State defense. This is a game where I can see Jalen Miro can gain more confidence in the pass game. Their passing defense is not good at all. Their passing defense is not good, but I would like to see still more of a balanced attack with the run to open up the pass play. But I will say Mississippi State defense, front seven, they are aggressive. They have a good group on the front seven. I think his name is Jet Johnson is the lead attacker, and Nathaniel Watson is behind him. Jet Johnson is a linebacker. He also has 2 interceptions as well. So that's basically the best linebacker right now currently. But Nathaniel Watson is a good dude too, and they have good defensive linemen as well that will try to get at Miro. And with our offensive line struggles, let's see how Mississippi State defensive line can affect our offensive line and affect Miro. So I will say, yes, this will be a game for Jalen Miro to gain confidence, but our offensive line will have to hold up enough to give Miro time. But with that being said, let's go with the more balanced attack. Let's run the ball again. Let's see if we can get the run game going. Let's build confidence. Let this be a game where we build confidence in the offensive line and move these guys out of the way, open up some run lanes to make them respect their run. So Jalen Miro can basically drop the dimes in there because he has a great deep ball. We've seen the deep ball. We've seen him stand in the pocket last week, take a big hit, as well. But I'm expecting more of a balanced attack. But how I see this game going, I'm gonna tell you, Mississippi State really doesn't have it at all. They don't have it at all. With them trying to go more balanced, Mississippi State doesn't have enough balance in the run game to be a more balanced team, because last week they looked more like an air raid with throwing the ball. And honestly, I think this Mississippi State best bet is to let Will Rogers sit back there and throw the ball. Offensive line, give them some time. Will Rogers can pick you apart. But at the same time, they become one-dimensional at that. And when you come one-dimensional against Alabama, you're playing in the Alabama's favor to win this game. And we don't have the secondary that I think you really want to test like that. That's just my opinion. They're still going through growth. I get that. But against Mississippi State, we seen Mississippi State against Will Rogers. Now, this is going to be the 4th year in a row, and it never ends well. It never ends well. So, can Mississippi State defense affect Alabama's offensive line to make Miro uncomfortable, make Alabama do some things that they don't want to do? Can Mississippi State gather up a run play and get early second and fives and stuff like that? Because the way Mississippi should try to attack this game. But I think our defense will be too much for Mississippi State's offense. I think our defense comes out and plays another lights out game and be effective and affect Will Rogers, because you seen how we did Jackson Dart and Ole Miss defense. Ole Miss offense last week was number 3 in football and number 1 in SEC, and we helped them 10 points. And this week, I think it would be, like I said, death for the Cowbells. Alabama wins big. We will roll. Going to Texas A&M on the road, looking for them. But hey, let's focus on this game. Let's improve. Let's get better defensive line. I want to see more pressure offensive line. I want to see more push out of y'all. And overall, let's have a good game. I think Alabama wins big in this game. Like I'm gonna go 38-9. 38-9. That's just me. 38-9. I think Miro has a big day. I think our receivers have a big day, and I think one of our running backs, McClellan or Wardell, I think they have a big day. Hopefully they can get it done as a committee. But Alabama will win big. Death for the Cowbells. Let's go. Let's roll. Roll Tide. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for tuning in. Roll Tide. Salute. And I'm out.